Well, goddamn. We are heading home from work. This is my first ride. Home from work, and I think we are going to go over Sydney Harbour Bridge and then take some of the hopefully quieter streets. We're going to miss Anzac Bridge, so I actually did record the ride this morning into the office, but I accidentally forgot to delete some old footage, so the memory card was actually full and I don't have that footage from this morning, which is a shame because the sunrise this morning over Anzac Bridge and the Harbour Bridge was freaking epic. So I have had the CFMOTO now for maybe 2 weeks, and I have been putting off riding this to work until I had the exhaust fitted on so I could be a bit more visible from traffic and whatnot, especially during peak hour and stuff, so I will be stopping by the petrol station on the way home to fill up. It looks like I've got 2 bars left of fuel, and I'm not exactly sure how many Ks I have done on this tank, so I'll also check that out on when we fill up. Should also give an idea of how much it has cost. Try to work that out as how many liters per kilometre that is. I think the plan will be to take the bus lane, maybe. Because motorcycles in New South Wales anyway are able to use bus lanes. Is a bit of a bonus. Hopefully no one shoots around and cuts in front of me, because I know that you do have to cross this bus lane to get from the left and right. I'll be a bit careful here. It needs cracks. On the right we have North Sydney CBD. Why that's saying 40, but speed is saying 70, so I don't annoy buses and taxis by going too slow. So yeah, normally I'd be over here on the right hand side, but we are. skipping all that. Yahoo! And we have a bus on our ass. Which is mildly terrifying. So I am going to be cutting across to that city northwestern suburbs side, and then going through the inner west. And there's another bus lane and cutting up that way. That's the way I'm gonna go. Let's try. Nope. Or actually, I just try and sneak in and go. Over the Anzac Bridge. Let's do that. Great success. Not only is this my first time riding home, it's my first time in peak hour traffic. my first video, riding the bike home from picking it up, I didn't get out of 5th gear. Not sure if you noticed, but I actually didn't realise this had 6 gears. And however, purposely riding a bit of a high gear at the moment, just cars around me can have a bit of an idea that I'm around being on a smaller bike at all. But yeah, how good is this? Anzac Bridge, baby! And I remembered to put my earplugs in today. Which is a bonus, especially since I'm riding the revs a little bit. So far, so good. Yeah, it hang up behind these trucks. Provide me a bit of protection from some wind. we are at 982 Ks on the odometer, so I am going to need to book in my 1,000 kilometer service soon. If I do get home in time, I might give the shop a call to see when I might be able to get in to do that. Gotta say, definitely does feel a bit faster on the bike, especially at this time. Maybe just a quick update on the bike itself. As I mentioned, I've got a slip-on exhaust that I've installed, Aliexpress job, like $128 for the exhaust. It's a KO, I think a KO Racing or something like that. I've got the baffle in as well, and it came with the kind of like the mid connector pipe thing as well. I think it sounds pretty good for the price. Didn't come with instructions, so there was a bit of a MacGyvering happening to get that fitted. But if you are putting on a slip-on exhaust on your Papio SS, you are going to need a 13mm hex wrench and a couple of Allen keys. Actually, it's Allen key that comes with the bike underneath the rear seat. Yeah, pretty easy job if you've got all the tools. There is, under the rear seat cowl, a little electrical module thing. It's held on by two Phillips head screwdrivers, through two Phillips head screws, I should say. Idea is basically take that off first. Just put that to the side because it does make accessing this one 10. Oh, there's also a 10mm bolt that you need to remove, and yeah, taking that off will make the install go through a lot smoother. What else was there? Oh yep, I've got the quad lock stem mount with the dampener kit. I am going to be running an old phone with Google Maps, just offline Google Maps, because you're not actually allowed to use a phone on your learner's license. And I can't afford to, well, I could, but there's no point buying a separate Garmin or GPS computer just to do maps, especially if I've got a old phone I can load up with maps before I start the ride, and then just head off. I just bought a quad lock case for that old phone. And because it's an old phone, the battery on it sucks, so I have also got a CFMOTO part, which is this thing, and it's a USB, I guess, USB connector thing. So the CFMOTO has the connection there ready for that part. Got it off Aliexpress, it's like $30, and then I've kind of wired it. So there's this wire here, so when the phone is there, wire can go in and then keep the phone charged up. Apart from that, there's really nothing left to do. Oh, 157. guess the only thing also with the exhaust after installing it, it had a bit of a weird burning smell. Kind of hung around for a bit. Which has almost all but gone. I figure it's probably either some of the residue from manufacturing pipes or the exhaust. But I did actually have to pull over and stop because I thought I was, like, I had installed it incorrectly and it was burning like some of the plastic off the bike, but nope. Just new part things. Dispatch 159. Let's go here. Boom. Alrighty. Okay, oh, there we go. So do remember that the fuel tank does come off. So I do need to have the key, but I guess we will see how much fuel this is going to use. Oops. Oh, am I full already? You deceived me. Was that full? I guess so. Okay, so that is 3.47 litres. And we will see how many Ks. 3.7 is done. Hey, how are you?
6:30. Do you need the receipt?
No, all good. Thank you. Okay. No one's behind us, so we've got a bit of time. .47, and that did 142 Ks. Cooks River. So we are all at home now, so what I might do is just flash up the mileage. That this does per litre. And with that, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.